Happy Friday afternoon. It's been a great week for the orchestra at Passage Middle School. We had our back to school night last night, and our beginner students have been working very hard on progressing in the book. And our advanced and intermediate students, they've actually completed playing their first piece of music. They've sight read through it, and now they're moving on to rehearsing it. So we've been doing really good this week at Passage Middle School in the orchestra. Back to school night last night was a success. We had a great turnout. I was very pleased with who I saw come out, and I was very pleased to see so many parents that were eager to come out and continue our three-way partnership with your child, with yourself, and with me. So it was a great evening. For those of you that did come out and you didn't get a chance to talk to me last night, I do greatly apologize. It was a busy night. I was on my feet the entire time, so I'm sorry if I didn't get to see you. As always, if you need to get in touch with me, you can always call me. My after hours number is 757-528-2033, and my email is sean.roberts@nn.k12.va.us, and those should both be at the bottom of the screen right now, so if you want to pause the video to write that down, that would be great. This week we have our practice records due. So our first practice record is due on Monday by midnight. Students who turn in their practice record on Monday by midnight will receive their practice record grade. Those who don't will receive a 0 until they turn in a practice record. All students have until Friday evening at 11:59 p.m. to turn in their practice record. After that, I will no longer collect it, and the reason for that is because we start running into issues with times being correct and what did the student really practice. So please get those in as soon as possible. As I said earlier, if you do not have internet access at home, which is going to make it very hard to be viewing this video right now, but if you don't have internet access at home, my computer will be available in the mornings from 7 to 7:20 every day of the week. So students can feel free to come and do their practice records there. They should be writing down their times each night that they practice, and they should have that all ready to go when they sit down to do their practice records, and then they submit one practice record for the week. Please do not give me a practice record every night of the week. That's not going to work. I'm not going to be able to keep up with your grade if you do that. I need you to give me one practice record every week, and it should be after the 5th day you practice. Obviously, if you get to Sunday and you only practice 4 days, then your grade will be lowered, but turn in 4 days. But don't turn in a practice record until either the end of the week or until you've practiced 5 times. Symphony orchestra auditions will be coming up on Wednesday, October 1st. Students in the intermediate and advanced orchestra may audition for that. There was a sign-up sheet on my door. Students were able to sign up. And those who did will have hopefully received their music. If not, I will make sure that they get their music on Monday. The Symphony Orchestra is going to be the orchestra that's doing the most traveling. This year we're going on a winter trip in December, which I've started to share some details with the students, so talk to them if you want more information about that. We're planning on doing a recruiting trip in January to recruit 5th graders into orchestra and band. And then we'll, of course, have our spring trip in May where our symphony orchestra will perform with the other advanced and intermediate orchestras. So some students will be performing for judges twice that night. I do hope that we will be performing some other times in our community as well. It's an exciting time for us to have a symphony orchestra, so I hope that all of my intermediate and advanced students will consider auditioning because I would love to have you be a part of that wonderful opportunity. District orchestra auditions are on Saturday, October 25th. Students got their applications this past week. Those applications are due on October 1st, so please get them in as soon as possible. All city orchestra auditions will be on Thursday, November 7th, so go ahead and get that on your calendar. All Passage Middle School intermediate and advanced students will be required to do all city auditions this year. They will be at Hines Middle School on Thursday, November 7th, and we will have a bus that takes students over and back to Passage Middle School that evening, so all students will be required to attend that audition. My beginners have been asking, Mr. Roberts, when are we going to use the bow? The answer is actually simple. after completing number 41 in the book. However long it takes to get to 41 is up to your children and how long they're practicing in the evenings. Why not now, though? Well, the answer is very simple. It's the same thing for everything we've been doing in orchestra. It is very easy to create bad habits, and when you create a bad habit, it takes 10 times the effort to break the bad habit. So, if your child is doing some research to learn how to use the bow, that's great. Please do. Go on YouTube, go on anywhere that's safe, and research how to use the bow. That is perfectly okay. However, students should not be handling the bow at this time. When we get to 38, we start handling the bow. When we get to 31, we start doing a bow grip on a pencil. We do have exercises that are going to help us to learn how to use the bow, but no one should be using the bow now. So if your child is using the bow already, please have them stop, because we don't want them to create a bad habit. Obviously, I have some 6th graders who have previously played. Those students are, even though they're in a beginner class, they're not technically considered beginners. So please don't be afraid to let those students who have played before to use their bow. But if your child started this year and has never touched a string instrument before, please do not let them touch the bow right now. Some students have still not signed up for iSchoolMusic, so I sent home notices this past week. When you go to www.ischoolmusic.org, you want to click on Sign Up Now and then enter the school code 53EREGV. Then the student enters their information. It then asks if the parent wants to sign up for their account. Parents, you should sign up for your account then and there and get it done. It's important that we get as many students on iSchoolMusic as possible, because that's the #1 way that students will be able to communicate with me outside of school. It has been a great resource this past week. I've communicated with several parents. I've communicated with several students already. Students with questions about bows and bow hair. Students were actually helping each other. And I'm not going to mention who right now, but I made sure to comment on that discussion to let them know that that's the reason why we're doing iSchoolMusic. It is a great tool, and it's a very safe way for your child to stay connected with the orchestra at home. So please make sure that you've signed up for iSchoolMusic. If you have not done so, it's www.ischoolmusic.org. iSchoolMusic, sort of like iTunes, iPhone. The I stands for innovative, so it's www.ischoolmusic.org. Click on Sign Up Now, and then enter the school code 53EREGV. Don't forget to be on the lookout for my weekly newsletter on Sunday. I hope to have it out by 3 o'clock on Sunday. It may be later this Sunday because I actually have other stuff going on this weekend. So if it is, I do apologize, but I will get it out on Sunday so that everyone is up to date on everything that's happening. I'm hoping to post a tutorial video here in a little bit for completing the practice records, so if you need some help on doing the practice record, I will hopefully be able to post that here soon, and once I do, I will send a message out on iSchoolMusic for that. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I hope that everyone has a great week next week, and I will post my next video next Friday afternoon.